Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron here, New Life Pentecostal Church, Albany, Georgia. Yep, CBD was running an amazing special on this ESV Reader's Edition. Since I'm not an ESV guy, and I've already got a copy of the ESV, just to give these to somebody if they write in or something. But anyhow, I really like the concept of this, because this is just like sitting and making Bible reading easy. And what I mean by that, it comes slipcase, and this is not real big. This is like, I think on the website, they may make it look a lot bigger, like this is a big thing, but it's not. But what it is, okay, so you've got volume 6 here, Epistles and Revelation. And so you just open it, and it's just meant for reading it. This is just meant to have beside your bed, beside your chair. Obviously, I doubt you would want to carry that to church with you in the slipcase, but just meant to read. And so as I was examining these, the paper is just almost like a perfect opacity, like almost no, very tiny bits of ghosting. But if I'm just reading it, I really don't notice it. And you'll notice as well, like there's no verse numbers. So now the originals, for the most part, would not have had verse numbers to anybody's knowledge, because most, originals are in all probability lost, and so you can't really examine it. But you would guess they did not have verse numbers. So it's just, and it's real light. Something like this is going to be light. It's kind of a dimpled a little bit of. It's not just smooth. So, you just sit and you just read this. So I do wish they'd come out with this in like King James. I know World has in times past. My mom had one when she was real sick. So, again, it's just real easy to read. The print is phenomenal. It's just a reading experience. And it's how God, before verse numbers and things, would have transmitted his word. Let's get this big volume out. This is the biggest volume. Now, let's see if I can get it out here. And so this is going to be volume 4, the prophets. So starting with Isaiah. Now, it's not going to be something like, as I'm reading through this, I'm looking through it, like it doesn't have chapter divisions even. So this is not going to be something you're going to say, okay, I want to turn to, Jeremiah 29 and 10 and look up the promise of God. That's not going to happen. Unless you just miraculously turn there. But, again, a tremendous concept. And let's see how big these are. These, I'm going to guess it's like 8 by 5, 8 by 4.5, or something like that. Actually, it's a little less than that. 7.6 by 5.25. 7.6 by 5.25. We won't do the breadth because they're all a different breadth. And then we'll see how big the whole set is. Very well done. Just incredibly well done box. And you can tell, even this in paperback, they come out with this, they have it in hardback, they have it in cowhide, like cowhide overboard. But let's see how easy it is to slip back in here. Yeah, pretty easy to slip back in here. And so it's going to be, the whole thing is going to be about 7.5 inches. 7.5 inches across. So you can tell, that's not real thick for what we're looking at. It looks to me about like 12-point print. Just really nice print. Just excellent print. And Let's see how tall the box is. I was going to show you the side of the box too, because it's got some nice decoration on there. So it kind of reminds me of like the Folio Society, Franklin Press, that makes the great books, not the great book series, but just high quality folio books. And so this would just look good on a bookshelf. So it's about 8 1/4 tall, 8 1/4 tall. So you're not looking at this massive thing. It's not going to take up a huge amount on the bookshelf. And this is very sturdy. It's going to lend itself to protecting the books for a long time. And comes a little piece of styrofoam in there. Yeah, I'd say that's 1/4 of an inch, and it's cardboard. It's not wood. It looks like it's corrugated cardboard, but it's still going to last. It's going to last a really long time. I'm trying to see if the bottom is wood. The bottom, I don't know if it's the same material or not. But anyhow, so this is called the ESV Readers. Again, they come out with it in hardback. Can pay a lot more unless CBD runs a sale. Well, I got this, I think it was like 80% off and free shipping, or I would have never gotten it. And, but again, and I tell you what, let's do this. And I don't want to creep anybody out like putting your address on the comment section. I mean, if you want to do that, I'd be happy to send this to you free of charge, because I'm just not going to use it. And so if you want to do that, or if you want to do something on the website, Brother Mallory, who does this filming here, he can get me that information as well. But obviously I only got one set, so it'll be the first one. And I don't want anybody getting in fights and say, well, I was first. We're just going to do the best we can in getting that out, if anybody wants it. If not, we'll just leave them here till the Lord leads us to a place to give them. So, ESV Readers Edition, again, they come out with it in all kinds of quality. This is just a paperback set. Great set. God bless. Talk with you later in Jesus' name.